So we need a fork, of course. We're gonna mash these guacamoles up a little bit. And actually, sometimes I don't like to use a fork. I like to use a mashed potato masher. Because for me, it just works so much better. You get an even smash, but we're gonna try with a fork today for just a second and see what it do. And then if you don't like the fork, like I said, you can always use a mashed potato masher. Let's try out the mashed potato masher. This is if you don't have one, you can use a fork. But I also keep one of these handy. To me, this works better. It's easier and you ain't gotta fight with it. You can get the guacamole off quick. And this is what the guacamole ought to look like when you mash it down. You don't want it to be too chunky, but you don't want it to be too smooth neither. I say we add this last guacamole because I just like avocados and I love guacamole dip. It's actually one of my favorites. So when you're cutting the guacamole, usually you just cut it all around and then you want to take it and do it like this. Pull the seed out and that's it. Get the guacamole pulled out. Big spoon is always good because then you can go in up under the skin and pull the guacamole out. Well, not guacamole, but the avocado. Because we're going to make it into guacamole. So, there we go. You got all the guacamole, no, not guacamole, but the avocado out. And then you're going to smash it some more. Because, like we said, we want it to be smooth. But we don't want it to be too smooth. We still want some chunks. Alright, so we got that done. So see how good our guacamole looks? You just want to smooth it out because you basically, of course, you want it to go good on your chips or whatever it is you're going to use it for. You can use it for a snack. It's like I said, it's one of my favorites. And this, I got to use this to squeeze the limes. Sometimes I have used lemon because if you don't have limes, sometimes I use what's in my refrigerator. Not just the cut on cost, but sometimes you forget items, and it's okay. You can improvise. But I had limes, so we're going to use them. We're going to take a whole lime and squeeze it in to our soon-to-be guacamole. It's okay if you get a little bit on the countertop. You don't make a mess. It's cooking. Yep. Get all that lime out of there. No lime juice left behind. Okay. So now we're going to add us some cilantro. Not a lot. And I like cilantro personally. It's really good. One of my favorites. One of my favorite herbs to use. A little bit of jalapeno. Not a lot of jalapeno because everybody don't like the guacamole spicy. I use just a little bit because, like I said, everybody don't like it spicy. My husband may not like it that way. And we don't want nobody to get heartburn trying to eat spicy guacamole. Okay, so see, we added our jalapenos, our cilantro. We got lime juice. And then we add a little salt and pepper to taste. If you want to, you can add more salt and pepper after you taste it the first time. You don't want to overbear it with salt and pepper because you can't take salt out. All right. I gotta have me some onions. Onions help keep colds away. So, no, well, actually, we're going to use this spoon again. Since the only thing was on here was some guacamole, we just gonna rinse it off a little bit. Okay. Take the towel and wipe it on off. And now we're gonna mix it on up. Uh-oh. This looks so good. I'm gonna taste it a little bit in a minute. I just want to get it good and mixed in. We're gonna taste it because we want to see how good it's seasoned. Do it need anything else? Do we need to add anything else to it? And of course, you can't take anything out. So you can only add. So let's see. Let's use a little bit more salt, pepper, and maybe even another little bit of lime. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut up another little piece of lime here. And we're gonna squeeze this lime out. It's half. And we're gonna get it good and limey. This will make it good. When you're squeezing a lime, you gotta squeeze like you're trying to get all of it out. I be wanting all the juice because I don't like to waste nothing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just a little bit more salt. And a little bit more pepper here. We need a little bit more cilantro. And actually we are missing something. An important ingredient that I didn't forget. It's right here. And we're gonna use some of it. So I like to put a little garlic, a little garlic in my guacamole. So I cut up some and let's see. I got garlic for something else. I only needed 2 cloves of garlic, so we gotta save a little bit for our other item that we need guacamole from. Forgive me, I have garlic all over my hands. Let's see. Now we're gonna see if it's gonna be the way I want it to be. Okay. Now where's my phone? Oh, here it is. There's a pocket. Now we're gonna see if it's just the way we need it to be. Okay, yes, that's good. That's perfect. I can put that on some toast. That's so delicious. That's my favorite. Oh. Okay, so next we're gonna start on our corn. So I had sauteed a little corn. Okay, so we're getting ready to make some fire corn salsa. So basically what it is 2 cans of grilled corn. Okay, and basically what I did was I washed it off and I sauteed a little bit, and I used a little bit of smoked paprika, yes, smoked paprika, and a little bit of garlic powder. So next we're gonna add some tomatoes to it. You don't have to add a lot of tomatoes. You can add as much as you need. Plus, we want to save some of the tomatoes for our salsa. Although we do have one other tomato that we need to cut up. And of course, I'm going to cut it shortly. And then we're going to add a little onion. That's enough onion. We can add some jalapenos. You don't have to add a lot. Like I said, jalapenos is one of those things that you add for taste. A lot of people don't like spice. So you just get a little bit. Then a little bit of the cilantro. A lot of the dishes that I use today, they are similar items because I wanted to show you more than one recipe. I want you to see what you can do with a small budget. Something that's not super expensive, but something that you can have friends over with or just have a fun date night. This is easy And it's something that you and your significant other can do together. So we're gonna squeeze us another lime. Me and these limes. All right, let's see. Trying to think, do I want to use more? Let's see. We're gonna see how that does first. We'll use another spoon. Oh, we'll use this one. So this is the spoon that I use to saute the corn with, if you're wondering. And so we're just gonna give it a good stir. And then we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the guacamole. We're gonna taste it and see if it's the way you want it to be. Do you need to add anything else to it? Do you wanna add some more seasoning? Do you wanna add any more of the jalapenos or the onion? You just basically just wanna see, is it to your liking? Because you're making it for yourself. You're not making it for a whole group of people, unless it's like your family or something like that. But you still want it to be good for yourself too. Actually, that's not bad. That's really good. I think I might add a little bit more salt. Not a lot, but just a little bit. This is really good. So basically, this is what the finished corn is gonna look like. You got the tomatoes, the onions, the jalapenos, the cilantro, and then the lime juice. It's really good. Like, all you need is a couple of chips and you're on to a good path. Okay, so we got that there. Next, since we already got the tomatoes, all right, you guys, welcome back to Block and Glow. So next we're gonna be making this here tomato salsa, but it's more like a spicy tomato salsa because we're gonna add some jalapenos to it and we're gonna get a little zest. It's gonna have a real bold flavor and it's just gonna be delicious. So you should definitely try this. It's basic, it's fun, it is extremely in your budget because it does not cost much to buy these basic ingredients. Do mind you, we made 3 different things with the same ingredients. So now we're gonna cut up this here tomato. So of course I gotta do it a certain way. We can't waste that degree. So basically we're gonna cut the tomato in half. You want to get a spoon. I always usually take a spoon, and when I use a spoon, I tend to cut this here end off, because you see this end right here, this is what keeps the tomato from falling apart. Cut that on out, because you don't need that no more. Then you're going to take it and you're going to scoop it on out. I always take the guts of my tomatoes out, because you're making salsa, you don't want all that on the inside. See how easy that was? You just want to clean that out. No worries, we're going to clean this off the cutting board, because we got to clean the cutting board so we can have some space to cut. You don't want all the tomato lumps and the inside of the tomato all in your way. But you know, cooking gets a little messy. If you ain't making a mess, you're not making it right. That's just one of my theories. So then we're gonna just gently wipe this off. It's just a clean paper towel. And see, we're fresh to start again. Then usually what I do when I'm cutting up tomatoes for salsa, let's get these limes out of our way. Cut right here on the rib of the tomato. And all you're doing is just cutting it up a little bit. Then you're gonna set it to the side. And then you're gonna cut the other half. Watch those fingers, because we want to keep our fingers. All right, and then we just dicing up the tomatoes. See how easy this is? It's such a simple, this is such a simple recipe. And at my house, we love Mexican food. I think we eat it at least once out the week. My son always thinks that every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. And I have to sometimes remind him every Tuesday is not Taco Tuesday. So then you're going to add the rest of these tomatoes to this bowl. Because now you're about to mix up your zesty tomato salsa. We're going to take these here utensils, put them in the sink. We don't necessarily need those anymore. Because the next thing we're going to be doing after this is making a few drinks. Some drinks that'll go well with these lovely items that you just prepared for yourself. And maybe even your family. So we're going to use a little bit of lime. Fresh lime is always good. Yep, we're going to get all that lime out of there. Whew, that's some good lime. All right, that's 1/2 for the little lime. We might cut up one more lime. I feel like with salsa, you want it to be good and zesty. It ain't salsa if it ain't zesty, is it? Uh-oh. Okay, so we got that lime all broken down. We're gonna cut us up another lime. Let's toss these limes over here. Get us this last little lime in. All right. I want all that lime juice, not some of the lime juice. I want as much as this lime will give us, as much as it has in it, we're gonna take. Alrighty, the last little bit of this lime. Then we're gonna add us some cilantro. Of course, that looks really good. Then we're gonna add some onions. There's some good onions. Usually with my onions, so they don't smell so oniony, I put them in a little water. And then sometimes when you cutting up onions, it make you cry. So that's another good way to keep from crying when you're cutting up onions. It's a neat little trick. So we're gonna add the rest of this here garlic. So now we're basically almost ready to mix. We need a little salt and some pepper. But I just wanted you to see just how pretty it looks just from right here. It's not even all the way put together and it's already pleasing. So you got, of course, you got garlic. You got your diced onions. You got a little bit of cilantro. And let's not forget the garlic. The garlic is also in here. These are all good ingredients. And they're very fresh. You got to keep that in mind. You want everything to be as fresh as you can possibly get it. Fresh is safe. All right, we got our little salt and our little pepper. I think that's enough salt. Grab us one more spoon from in here. I'm gonna use this one today. I'm gonna use this black spoon. You just wanna mix it on up. And then you're gonna mix it up. It already looks really good. It looks really, really good. Okay. Now we're about to taste this. Because we want to see, we really want to know what everything we make tastes like. If you cooking and you don't taste your food, something wrong with you. And I know every time I cook, I always taste my food. So let's see. No, that's good. That is really good. That is some really good fresh salsa. I stopped myself. This good. I was almost about to put this spoon back in here. Had to catch myself. Okay, so now we're about to move to our drinks. We have a mocktail and a margarita. Yes, I do not mix drinks on a regular basis because I drink, but I don't drink. So a lot of times I tend to buy Starbucks margarita. So if I'm making a suggestion, I'm really making a suggestion because I enjoy it. So it's a margarita that me and my sister and me and my husband, we've had before. and it's store-bought, and we're gonna jazz it up a little bit. We're even gonna put some salt around the rims. So if you just give me a second to prepare those items, we'll be right back. You the one, ain't nobody fucking with the hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. I hype me up. I got 99 problems, but I got 100 reasons. If it rains, sleet, or snow, I'm a ball every season. Cause I gotta hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. I hype me up. Say I'm a nut. Even when it's tough, I can fall a million times and I'm still getting up. Bullshit it for the bird, rock shit it for the club. Early bird, get the worm first. He had me so up. I know I can, I know I can do what I wanna do, do what I wanna do. If you don't believe in me, they don't give a fuck about you. Get your ass to the back, bitch. I know I am. Bitch, I'm motherfucking pressure. I'm the one to be